Hello, I'm Deacon Karl Eimers. I've been the deacon here at Saint Clare since 2019.
I'm with him. My name is Maureen Eimers.
We joined the parish back in 2014 um, and have been part of the parish ever since then. Minus that 1 year excursion, we went out to Norfolk for one Navy adventure, and then 6 months ago we headed off to Bahrain to go work directly for the Navy that's out there taking care of business in the Central Command area. We went to Bahrain because it was a promotion opportunity and I applied for it and got selected. So it was a opportunity to go do just more of the work that I do for the Navy right now. A little more intense, a little more directly supporting the Navy, the fleet, that sort of thing. So it was a very attractive professional challenge. Bahrain is perhaps the most Christian-friendly Muslim country there is out there, particularly in the Middle East. They've got two actual Catholic churches that are out in the community that the Bahraini government has allowed to happen. Other Muslim countries don't allow that. So, in fact, Pope Francis worked it out with the King of Bahrain to build a new cathedral, and they did that about the past 10 years, or Our Lady of Arabia, which is pretty cool. So it's not technically a bishop of a diocese out there, but that's where the bishop who is responsible for that whole area out there, he's based in Bahrain, and that's his cathedral. But we went to the chapel that's on base. Going there, we had a super young priest who's just barely older than our oldest child, Father Tony Davis. Super good priest. He's following the vocation that he got. And the chapel there could pretty well fit into our sanctuary here at Saint Clare. I mean, it was just so tiny. We did not experience the war directly in any meaningful way, other than I was told, do not come back to work, we're going to telework. Because he was about to, we were given, I think, maybe 18 hours. That came out about 18 hours before things started really happening, and we were very fortunate that where we lived, and his father, West, reported to, I think, the whole chapel here that Maureen picked out the place where we lived, but I wanted to live real close to the base.
No, I didn't want to live in the city. It was the only chance, truly, that we were going to be able to live on the water. A lot of people have asked me since we come back here, did you know if something was going to happen? The reality of it, because you've never been in a war, and it was just like, okay, this is real. Okay, let's take it. And then the bombs started flying overhead, and the drones, and then interceptors. So it was like, oh my gosh, but it was far away. The sound was far away.
Right about a week after hostilities started, de facto, we're going to have a what we call an ordered departure, meaning you have no choice. All Americans are leaving, all civilians are part of you, and there's still military folks back there in Bahrain. So pray for them. So we got that word, and I want to say it was probably the next day in the morning. It was Friday morning, was my birthday, and we got the word that she was going there. They're sending the dependents that would go first, and then they're going to try the civilian government folks out. Got the word that she was going to be on the next bus, and we'll tell you when that bus is going, and we'll tell you where to be. But they're trying to keep it, hush hush, so that it would be more safe and secure for the passengers.
A lot of us there, families and everything, most of us didn't want to leave. It was a beautiful country. It's a beautiful country to live in, and they're great and they're wonderful. We'd love to go back. We would love to go back and help rebuild.
What was it like when we actually came home? It was leading up to it there. Father West was contacting me almost every day, saying, well, okay, what's going on? Where are you at? Where are those sort of stuff? So he was being quite the good father to us. And then the love that we saw from all the parishioners, it was amazing. It was really overwhelming, particularly the spiritual bouquet that the parishioners did, and reading a lot of the letters that were written. It was kind of
No.
pile of envelopes here from Poly West, and it was it felt good. And I mean, we knew that people were praying for us, and that just is it's an amazing feeling. So we're very, very grateful for that.
But it literally, there's no other place that we'd want to ever come back to, even my hometown. I mean, coming back here, what people have offered to us in terms, yes, of the spiritual bouquets, the prayers, the rosaries, it worked. It worked. And that we're back and we're safe.
So when it comes to like a real takeaway sort of thing, the spiritual lessons, so to speak, one is that something that came back to me multiple times was the surrender novena. That was introduced, I think, in Exodus 90 by the great Andy Faxon there. And that is a powerful prayer, and it comes into very practical value when life has gotten way out of control. Letters of C.S. Lewis. And I scanned a little bit. I came across this one letter to Sister Penelope, where he's describing to Sister Penelope how he's kind of struggling with, he just put his mom into a assisted living care thing, and he's a little worried about being able to afford it. And he said in it, but you know what? That's kind of what God calls us, is to joyful uncertainty. That this was a wonderful exercise to try to practice joyful uncertainty, and that God's in control, and as crazy as it might be looking, you really can't trust him, and you really should.
No matter where God places you, it's where he places you. And if you have trust in him, absolutely, then there's no fear. There's no fear. We were never afraid. And we're blessed with that because we know God has us in his control and in his family and where he wants us to be.